Chairman, Ranking Member Swalwell, and subcommittee members. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. Over the past several years, we have seen real market penetration of a wide range of sustainable energy technologies and resources, and we have witnessed the results of policies and research and development that work. But our work is not done. To continue the momentum of growth in these sectors and to receive their co-benefits, long-term stable policies will be needed to level the playing field and to provide market access. We will also need to continue to invest in energy research, development, and deployment to increase the efficiency of our energy generation and use and to spur new innovations. This is important to domestic economic growth and for U.S. competitiveness in the energy sector. I would like to share some of the findings from the recently released Sustainable Energy in America 2013 Fact Book. The Fact Book was researched and produced by Bloomberg New Energy Finance and commissioned by the Business Council for Sustainable Energy. It is a quantitative and objective report intended to be a resource for policymakers with up-to-date, accurate market information. Some of the most significant findings from the Fact Book point to the dramatic changes underway in the U.S. energy sector over the past several years. The data shows that natural gas, renewable energy, and energy efficiency are on the rise. These changes are increasing the diversity of the country's energy mix, improving our energy security, cutting energy waste, increasing our energy productivity, and reducing air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. In terms of the importance of policy, stable long-term policies at state and federal levels are needed to sustain growth in clean energy sectors. Further, electricity market structures are evolving, and the U.S. power sector, long organized around large centralized systems, is considering distributed power options such as combined heat and power, waste heat to power, small-scale renewables, and fuel cells. Of note, ensuring ongoing grid reliability is a growing concern for electricity market operators and regulators. Dynamics contributing to this focus include changes in our energy mix, the impact of severe weather events, and the increased presence of variable energy resources on the electricity grid. Yet other changes are occurring as well, including reduced electricity demand through energy efficiency, the introduction of smart grid technologies for improved grid management, a new focus on distributed generation, and the growing role for dispatchable resources such as natural gas plants, hydropower, and demand response. They can all help the electricity industry address these challenges. Still, many market structures do not yet fully recognize the benefits of some of these technologies, including technologies offering new flexibility, such as energy storage. Given these factors, research, development, and deployment investments are needed in these areas to improve efficiency, demonstrate performance, and to spur the innovations that will be required to meet the evolving needs of the power grid. With regard to federal energy investments, the Business Council strongly supports the continued funding of basic and applied research for clean energy technologies. This must be balanced with work on commercialization, market transformation, and other efforts to ensure that products do not sit on laboratory or university shelves, but are transferred to the private sector to achieve the intended public benefit. There are strong analytical findings that show the overall return on investment that have resulted from federal energy research, development, and deployment initiatives. For example, 3 decades of investment in extraction of natural gas from shale have led to low natural gas prices, saving households and businesses money, attracting new industrial manufacturing opportunities in the United States, and helping to create U.S. jobs. In Wyoming, shale production is forecasted to bring 23,000 jobs to the state by 2020. For energy efficiency, according to a report released last week by the Alliance to Save Energy's Commission on National Energy Efficiency Policy, private sector research and development budgets are limited in many energy efficiency sectors. In the Commission's Energy 2030 vision, it sets a goal of doubling U.S. energy productivity by 2030 and includes a call to support research, development, and deployment to meet it. Achieving the goal could save $327 billion annually and add 1.3 million jobs. For renewables, the development of today's robust solar market and low costs in the U.S. can be attributed to smart investments in research and development at DOE and national laboratories over the last 4 decades. For wind, past investments in wind have resulted in significant improvements over the past 30 years, such as increased output, improved reliability, and lower costs. Technology advances have enabled a typical modern wind turbine to produce 15 times more electricity than the typical turbine in 1990, but further improvements are needed. The value of federal investments in research, development, and deployment is essential given current market conditions. According to Bloomberg New Energy Finance, the near-term trend is reduced private sector investment from venture capital and private equity investors in early-stage clean energy companies. In closing, I would like to say Council members look forward to working with this committee and the Federal Government to ensure that any and all public investment in these sectors is highly leveraged, effective, and efficient in carrying out the intended policy aims of these investments. Thank you very much.